Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's Simply Dished newsletter, your quick and actionable guide to the latest health and wellness trends, served up in bite-sized pieces. Whether you're here for practical tips, expert insights, or just a little inspiration, we've got you covered. I'm Jaylene, and welcome to your Friday's dose of 100% goodness. It is the end of January. Our days are getting longer, and we are officially 48 days away from the first day of spring. This week, Simply Dished dug into new research on how alcohol affects your health. The research dispels some popular myths about alcohol. We also looked into a popular sport invented by 3 dads in Washington and tactics to prevent sabotaging the gains in your workout. Join our growing community of health-minded and curious readers. Subscribe at newsletter.simplydished.com/subscribe. If you're enjoying the newsletter, share this email with others. All right, let's take a look at alcohol's impact, gut, brain, and overall health. What science says. Alcohol consumption is a routine part of many people's lives, but the effects on your health are profound. Research sheds light on how alcohol disrupts gut health, damages neurons, and impacts overall well-being. Here's what the studies and experts say. Alcohol disrupts the gut microbiome, killing off beneficial bacteria and increasing intestinal permeability, aka leaky gut. This allows harmful substances such as endotoxins to enter the bloodstream, triggering systemic inflammation and contributing to diseases like liver damage and neuroinflammation. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Medicine highlights that chronic alcohol use impairs gut barrier function, stating, the translocation of bacterial endotoxins into circulation can lead to systemic inflammation, which plays a critical role in alcohol-related diseases. To support your gut health, incorporate fermented foods like organic, low-fat plain yogurt, low-fat plain kefir, kimchi, and sauerkraut. Limit alcohol intake to prevent microbiome imbalance. Now let's take a look at the effect that alcohol has on the brain. Alcohol has neurotoxic effects, damaging neurons and impairing brain function. Chronic drinking accelerates brain atrophy, particularly in areas responsible for memory and decision-making. It also increases oxidative stress, which contributes to cognitive decline. A recent study conducted by Department of Biomedical Engineering, University of New Mexico, on the effects of alcohol and the central nervous system notes the following. The central nervous system is a major target for adverse effects of alcohol and extensively promotes the development of a significant number of neurological diseases such as stroke, brain tumor, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, and ALS. The surface and deep areas of your brain contain gray matter, which gets its color from the cell bodies of neurons. Guys, this study was so fascinating. We took such a deep dive into it. There's so much information and so much to tell you. Just real quick, I did want to point out it was talking about excessive alcohol consumption and it causing severe neuroimmunological changes in the internal organs. So this is relating to irreversible brain injury and that it reacts with our defense mechanism in our brain, the blood-brain barrier. So what that means is when that defense mechanism is turned on, it leads to changes in our endothelial cells. So what endothelial cells are is they help to act as a barrier between the blood and the surrounding tissues, and it regulates the exchange of substances that go between them. Why this is important is because our endothelial cells help to regulate blood pressure control, inflammation response, and blood clotting. For your white matter to be healthy, it needs to have good blood flow and get nutrients. According to the Cleveland Clinic, white matter is made up of a large network of nerve fibers, which are called axons. Those are inside our brain, and they allow the exchange of information and communication between the different areas. And it's called white matter because the nerve fibers are covered in a protective sheath called myelin, and that's what gives the tissue its white color. So if we get decreased blood flow to our brain, that's called ischemia. So if we have decreased blood flow and decrease of the proper nutrients to that white matter, then we see damage to these nerve fibers or axons. And when that happens, we get swelling, there's breaking, and even complete loss. So just like your lawn may not look healthy without watering and without the proper nutrients, which is sunlight and fertilizer, your brain can get damaged with poor blood flow and an unhealthy diet. It's interesting, the Journal of Neuroscience notes that ethanol exposure disrupts the blood-brain barrier, just like we talked about earlier, and it increases that neuroinflammation and accelerates neuronal loss. Lancet Public Health mentions that heavy drinkers are 3 times more likely to develop dementia than non-drinkers. If you're looking for ways to improve your brain cognitive function, we've got you covered. There's 2 highly rated apps, Brain HQ and Luminosity Brain Training. They're both scientifically backed and rigorously tested, so they're going to provide you with better brain health. They are proven to build your cognitive resilience, help you sharpen your problem-solving skills, and be fun at the same time. They provide an interactive way to train your brain and learn about how your mind works. Now let's jump into your liver health. Did you know that the liver metabolizes 90% of consumed alcohol? But excessive intake overwhelms its detoxification capacity. When this happens, it leads to fatty liver, cirrhosis, and liver inflammation. A Journal of Hepatology study reveals chronic alcohol consumption increases oxidative stress and the accumulation of fatty acids and hepatocytes, leading to inflammation and fibrosis. Approximately 20% of chronic heavy drinkers will develop alcohol liver disease, which significantly reduces lifespan. That's a crazy statistic. You know, if you're looking to support your liver health, drinking less alcohol is obviously going to help. But you also can focus on antioxidant-rich foods like leafy greens, beets, and turmeric. And of course, you want to look to hydrate to aid this liver detoxification. Now let's take a look at alcohol and longevity. Although some studies suggest moderate alcohol consumption may reduce heart disease risk, new evidence shows that even light drinking increases cancer risks, particularly for breast, colorectal, and esophageal cancers. Here's a few statistics we found. Risk of breast cancer increases 30 to 50% from 15 to 30 grams daily of alcohol consumption, which is approximately 1 to 2 drinks daily. Here's another one. Alcohol consumption at any level is associated with an increased risk of a type of esophageal cancer called esophageal squamous cell carcinoma. The risks, compared with no alcohol consumption, range from 1.3-fold higher for light drinking to nearly 5-fold higher for heavy drinking. That's pretty staggering. So choose alcohol-free alternatives like herbal teas or mocktails to enjoy social events while safeguarding your health. More on that note, if you're looking for some alcohol-free alternatives, we've listed a few in the newsletter. So go ahead, check it out, give it a try, let us know what you think. Is it something that you would continue to use? Did you like them? Would you like some other recommendations? We'd love to know. If you're not sure if you're drinking too much, the CDC offers a free tool to identify your alcohol use levels, and they help you come up with a personalized plan for drinking less. We've included that link as well. Also, if you're sober curious, there's apps like Sunnyside that will help you to adjust your lifestyle for healthier drinking habits. And of course, if you want a refresher on habits, check out our January Trends article with winning tips from one of our favorite authors, James Clear, and his book, Atomic Habits. Okay, so let's jump on into the wide world of healthy sports and take a look at 3 dads, 1 game, the birth of pickleball. There are no shortage of jokes and memes regarding the sport of pickleball. However, pickleball remains a popular paddle sport activity among players of all ages. While the game may not be growing in popularity as it was just a few years ago, its popularity and health benefits remain. Let's go ahead, let's learn a little bit more about pickleball. It was in the summer of 1965 in Bainbridge Island, Washington, where the name pickleball was coined by Joanne Pritchard. It was a reference to the pickle boats in rowing, which is a thrown-together crew of rowers. Sometimes these rowing teams were even picked at random. It was the leftovers of rowers not selected on a team. The name itself suggests that the sport is one that can be enjoyed by people of all ages and skill level. Unlike other paddle sports such as tennis, pickleball has a lower barrier to entry where players can have fun while learning the game. A popular myth suggested the game was named after the Pritchard family's dog, Pickles. The dog was actually named after the game, not the other way around. And this misconception originated from a joke Joel Pritchard made to a reporter, which later spread widely. So if you're wondering about those health benefits of pickleball, let's go ahead. Let's take a look. If you've ever played the game, and we definitely recommend if you haven't, you get some great cardio workout. It provides an aerobic exercise to help improve your heart health and circulation. Not only that, it engages multiple muscle groups, enhancing your strength and endurance, while improving your stability and motor control, which is super important, guys. This is what's going to help reduce fall risks. So as we get older, we know that we tend to get off balance. We lose that balance and coordination. But these paddle sports are just exceptional at helping us to be coordinated, to be strong, for our bodies, for our minds, our hearts, all of that. And you have the cognitive benefits as well. So it's going to encourage strategic thinking while you're playing the game. You're going to have to make some quick decisions and have mental agility. And while you're doing all that, you're getting a nice calorie burn. So if you're looking for some weight management, this game's for you. Plus, you've got awesome social interaction. You can play the game with your friends, or you can join a community of pickleball players and get that nice social engagement, really to help reduce any loneliness or isolation you may feel. It boosts your mood, reduces stress, and really promotes better mental health. And if you're worried about those knees, this is a joint-friendly sport. So it's low impact and it's accessible to adults of all ages and fitness levels. If you want a more comprehensive breakdown about the health benefits, we have an article included as well in the newsletter. Okay. Are you not seeing the results that you want at the gym? Maybe you're sabotaging your workouts. We're going to talk about the biggest strength training mistakes and how to fix them. Bruce Lee once said, "It's not the daily increase, but the daily decrease. Hack away at the unessential." While strength training is one of the most effective ways to build muscle, boost metabolism, and improve overall health. But here's the hard truth. Most people unknowingly make critical mistakes that hold them back. Worse, some of these mistakes lead to injuries, burnout, and frustration. So let's cut through the noise and highlight a few common mistakes you might be making. Are you skipping the warm-up, jumping straight into heavy lifting? Yeah, that's a big mistake. A proper warm-up preps your muscles. It's going to help to reduce injury risk, and it will improve your performance. Finding yourself lifting heavy too soon? Well, lifting more than you can handle doesn't just kill your form, it wrecks your joints and increases injury risk. Gotta remember, strength comes with time. It's okay. It's gonna build gradually. So if it seems a little bit slower in the beginning, that's all right. Get your form down and you're gonna start building muscle in no time. Are you wandering from machine to machine without a plan? Well, guys, that's a recipe for plateauing. You want to make sure to choose exercises that align with your goals. You're going to do some combining exercises. You want to do push and pull. So check out what those are. We're going to have some more articles on that coming up. But make sure you have a plan. And don't rush through those reps. Speed kills your gains. So the faster your reps are, the less effective your workout is going to be, because you want to control each movement. So when your muscle is under tension and you have control and you're slowly going down and slowly coming back up, you want to focus on that muscle. You want to have that mind to muscle memory. You want to get that formed. So when you start slow, it allows you to do that. And you really want to contract the muscle. And when you do this, you're going to start to see the gains that you want. Everyone thinks, hey, if I get it done faster, I can get through to my next exercise and I'm working even harder. But that is not the case. So don't rush through those reps. And you might, again, along those same lines, find yourself overtraining, but you need to remember that more isn't always better. And you want to be sure that you're not skipping your rest days. When you do, it's going to lead to fatigue. You're going to have a decrease in performance, and you potentially could get injured. So train smarter, not harder. And you want to make sure you're fueling your body properly. If you're not, it's kind of like driving a car on empty. So you want to prioritize protein and complex carbs to maximize that muscle protein synthesis and recovery. And if you're ignoring hydration and you're starting to feel a little dizzy, you might have those muscle cramps, you might get headaches. Well, that's the reason why. So water should be your constant training partner. Hydrate before, during, and after each exercise session. So how are you going to fix these mistakes? Remember, warm up properly. So take the 5 to 10 minutes. Might be a light cardio. You want to do some stretches or mobility drills. And if you follow a structured program tailored to your experience level and goals, it's really going to help you to be on track and to stick to a routine. Use SMART goals. What does that mean? Well, let's break it down. SMART is specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based. And if you need a refresher on what those all mean, you can check out our first newsletter where we break that down. And again, perform reps at a controlled, intentional pace. So you want quality over quantity. Prioritize rest and recovery, so schedule in those rest days. Be sure to get that quality sleep. We need anywhere between 7 to 10 hours of sleep, and women need a little bit more. So be sure to get your sleep and your rest so you can have good active recovery. Fuel your body with a nutrient-dense diet that supports muscle growth and repair. Again, we're going to have more on that with muscle protein synthesis and fat loss coming up. And hydrate, 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 and then hydrate again. We've provided a few helpful resources for smarter training. We have 3 Instagram reels with pro tips from Jake Beast. He is just amazing. He provides the biomechanics, so like how your body functions, how your muscles work, each part of the body and which muscles connect to what. So when you're looking to do specific exercises to target your biceps or your triceps, he's going to show you exactly where those are located and how best to perform each exercise. So in that first reel, he's going to share insights on smarter workouts, so focusing on efficiency and intelligent training. So you're really going to get inspired to train smarter and not harder. And the next one teaches you not to train to failure. You're going to hear that a lot, train to failure. And yes, you do want to train to failure, but Jake emphasizes the importance of not always training to failure and leaving a few reps behind. And what this does is it helps you to avoid overtraining and reduce injury risk while still making the progress you want to make. And lastly, he helps to analyze your technique. So guys, that proper form, that is the backbone of effective strength training. So this reel is really going to help you on perfecting your technique. Definitely recommend watching all 3 and following Jake Beast for more tips, which we'll also be sharing later. Strength training should build you up, not break you down. So make small, smart adjustments and watch your progress take off. That's it for today. Enjoy the weekend. And as always, let us know how you like the newsletter. You can connect with us on YouTube, Instagram, or X. Bye. This week's newsletter is available on YouTube. You can visit us at youtube.com/@simplydished. And don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications.